team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Ducks will put total leather and we'll get started. He'll bring it out. It's Green. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
That's a nice catch, and it's a good job staying in bounds. If a quarterback would just give him a little bit more room, maybe have a little bit more space to make a play, instead, no gain.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that one's incomplete. They were just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Tar Heels send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Moore to the air. That's reeled in. It's Moore. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
On the run, it's Hughes. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
3rd and short, there's a lot of ways to get it in the run game. You're not just going to hand it off and go power. How about the toss play? Getting the ball in the hands of the tailback quickly, and he's able to skirt his way to get it first.
Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. They've been running it, but now the pass. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And after that touchdown, you can barely hear yourself think. Autzen Stadium, one of the most special places in all of college football and easily one of the loudest stadiums, is now going off. We've all called games here before. We love coming to Eugene. This place is magic, and it's because of these fans.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Lopez wants to fire. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. It's a running room. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Out of the gun, the inside give. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And the Tar Heels look to keep this drive humming. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's really nice to see this offense bounce back. That first possession, man, they go 3 and out. They really struggled, and now starting to put a drive together, get their feet a little bit wet. Now you can see they're starting to get pretty comfortable.
Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Lopez to pass. Here comes the heat. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Well, the offense has made it known on this drive. They're trying to throw the football, and they're going to let this quarterback go to work. The defense does a great job winning up front. They get the sack. They try to slow this momentum down.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted to stop the threat. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on third down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage call to get the...
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
All right, I like the aggressiveness. I want to be aggressive as a play caller when I'm coming out of my own end zone, when I got a little bit of space to throw the football, and you can tell they wanted to be aggressive, wanted to take a shot. Defense was ready, locked them down, but thank goodness, still had a little space left.
It's complete. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Garcia. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB. And he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to power their way ahead. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Fourth down and inches, and you go read any book you want to, any analytical measure, and it will tell you, go for it. Surging forward on the sneak. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Yeah, and 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
Rushes on him. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
And the Ducks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to the ground game on the left. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Motion from the back. Moore will throw. Bringing the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Guys, this offense is going to have to find a way to protect this quarterback. He has already been under unbelievable duress early in this game, and they're not going to be able to complete throws if they can't keep him standing up.
Punt is in the air. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. On the run, it's gone. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing out.
Back to pass. There's the pressure. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Pressure coming. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Looking for more room. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in the game.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Leaves it with the running back. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Throws to the wideout. Working on the right. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The inside handoff. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Johnson wants to throw it. Pulls it in. It's Johnson. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller...
Fires toward the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down. And the field goal unit is on the field. They'll immediately call timeout. Straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, and he will score. Touchdown, UNC! It's a much-needed line from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down, you got to make plays, you got to get your team back in it. Great start, keep chipping away.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They march 78 yards down the field, and the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Moore to the air. intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
First play of the drive, wants to throw. They get to him as he throws. He caught it. And he will score. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
And I like this offense. They didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly, and they forced the issue. They stayed patient. They stayed within themselves, and we're an extra point away from being a tied football game.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires on the move. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing the perimeter of the field. They just didn't have it there.
From the gun, he leads it with the back. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Gives it on the option. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inch, you just have to go execute, and they do it.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Moore will throw. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do. It opens up the passing attack, and I think when you've seen...
Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Ducks! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. That's caught. It's shipped.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Give to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Hood. And some room to work. Oh, he's getting ahead of Steve. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. The Tar Heels are moving quickly down the field. Johnson looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. To the air on first down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Power football with the run. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short throw. They're like, really? Okay.
They snap it to the up end. He'll try to run for it. Powers through the defender. And they roll the dice, and it ain't snake eyes. They pick up the first down.
And so many times when you're studying the other team and their defense and what they're going to do, you know there's certain looks you're going to get into. And I think they saw one they liked, snapped it to the up back. He catches the football, gets north and south, gets the first down. Nice execution on the fake punt, baby.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Moore to the air. Under fire. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Looking for room. It's gone.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Get it out on the screen. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And the Tar Heels want to pick up the tempo.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
They'll go right back to it. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. Got a man. It's Johnson. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. Johnson wants to throw it. Fires to the big fella.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Unleashes one deep. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts the drive trying to go up top. It's complete on the right side. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. The Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up. They're going to run it. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Looking to fire. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. A couple of yards shy of the 1st down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. On 4th down, going to the air. He's got the tight end.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Shoots it to the left. Got his man. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. Moore will throw. He'll take the deep shot. Touchdown, Oregon! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Going to throw it to the right. He's got his man. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Makes the catch. It's Gauze. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. The Tar Heels will kick it away to crank up the second half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll open this third quarter with a run. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. It's not just the dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history.
It's a seam wide open. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the...
Got it in stride inside the 20. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Ducks! This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon as trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Green. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Johnson looking to throw. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Tar Heels will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Nestles it in at the 35. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's going up top. Snags it. He thought he might turn that into a score, but the defense able to wrestle him down short. They'll stop him at the 3.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon!
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. He'll bring it out. It's Green. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Johnson wants to throw it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Johnson. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Nice quick throw there. It is so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
The Tar Heels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Using his legs, it's Hall. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got him down quickly after the pick, but man, do you have to take care of the ball down here, and they didn't. They'll mark it at the 27. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect that.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Gets it out fast. Touchdown Ducks! And the stomping has commenced. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. There is being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot. He's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Johnson looking to throw. Makes the grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Well, that looked like he was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Tar Heels will bring the punt team onto the field. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Going right to work up top. Caught over the middle. It's Garcia.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
And the Ducks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. Caught near the sticks. It's Casper. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another 1st down. Moore to the air. Oh, they're after him. Unleashes it on the run. Makes the grab. Gets the foot down. Just precision execution on that big play.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but if you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make a connection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes. And
he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take the knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll move the tight end. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignment. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Now, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and of being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
The Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. Johnson wants to throw it. Here comes the heat. Finds his man. It's Johnson. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10.
Belly stutter. Slide 22.
The give from the gun. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Shipp. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on him, those body blows.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Leaves it with the back. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
North Carolina.
With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Gets the back moving. Moore will throw. Spits it out to the back. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Ducks will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. To the ground with the back. Oh, he's got some space. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the fourth quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. So that's a great situation to try to run the ball.
They'll give it to him again. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's a really nice game. It just would have been really nice to see this from this offense earlier. Now you're getting to the point where there's a couple of thought processes. Do I build momentum for next week? Do I try to get this offense, the ground game clicking, or do I throw the football every play and try to make this football game close?
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quickly to the tight end. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Grab near the sticks. It's Gauze. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball in the backfield.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Just keep slinging it. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
Rushes on him. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And they almost came up with that pick in the end zone. What a stop that would have been. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Bringing the heat. He's not afraid to go deep. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, UNC!
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
And he tacks on the extra point. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He calls for the fair catch and makes it deep in his own end, and he might have been better off seeing it that ball would just trickle into the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run the option. Oh, a lot of space. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it. The Ducks come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
They'll leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll try to do it himself. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And the Ducks are on the move. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Casper. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. The Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Direct snap. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling.
Turning it on. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up. And when
he's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game. The offense did their job.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. One more play to pad the stats. Johnson looking to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And the pass is incomplete, and this ball game comes to a close. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down.